5 laws of gold, as contained in the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, a book by the great author, George Clason. You see this book, It was first published in the year 1926. And all the advice and tips and financial guidelines as written in this book is still relevant till today, meaning the laws that govern our money doesn't change. Okay, it's about having the right mentality and doing the right thing. In my last video, I told you one of the best investments you can do, first of all, is investment in yourself, which includes reading books. I understand that reading books is a dying art. A lot of people don't like to read anymore. I have the hard copy of this book, but I never read it until I downloaded the PDF. And you know, we are always on our phones. So if you're a phone person, you can download PDF of books like this and read them. It was until I downloaded the PDF I was able to read the book. And I'm here to break down the 5 laws of gold as included in that particular book. So my name is Victor Esibo. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like so that a lot of people will see it as well. All right, without further ado, let's jump into law number 1. It says, gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and that of his family. In a nutshell, they are talking about, this is the story of Akkad and how he became the richest man in Babylon. Akkad is a fictional character, all right, as included in that book. They talked about his journey towards wealth creation. This law number 1 is simply telling you, pay yourself first. Pay yourself 10% of all your income. See, there is something going on. Financial irresponsibility is the order of the day. Now, let me paint a scenario for you. If somebody came to you to tell you, please give me some money, I need to go and smoke, you are likely not going to give that person that money. Or somebody tells you, please, I need some money, I want to womanize, okay? I'm bringing 3 girls from the north. I need money to put them in hotels. You're not likely to give them that money. Why? Because all those things that they mentioned, they are wants. Wants. They just want to do those things. Those things are not mandatory. They just want to satisfy their urge. Now, but if that person comes to you to tell you, please, my wife drank kerosene, she's in hospital, I need money to treat her, you would consider giving her the money. Or if they came to you to tell you, oh boy, my house rent has expired, my landlord is about to throw me out, I need money. They sent my children away from school, I need money for their school fees. There's a likelihood you want to give them that money if you have it. Why? Because those things are needs. People don't come to you asking you for help for their wants. A smoker doesn't come to knock on your door middle of the night asking you for money to buy a cigarette. Now, a womanizer who likes to go to beer parlors and lounges don't come to you asking you for money for those things. They only come to you asking you for money to pay off their needs. What that tells you is that people buy their wants and beg for their needs. Misplaced priority. If it is money to do rubbish, they have it. But money for important things, no, they don't have it. They did not do the basics of economics, where they say you should have a list of preference and there should be alternative forgone, opportunity cost, all those terminologies that we were taught. People misplace priority. That is why when people go begging for money, it is always for something that they need. Ask them, what about your wants? Oh, you have taken care of your wants first. Now your needs are lacking. This pay yourself 10% first is just telling you to automate your savings. Pay yourself first. That means that if, for instance, you earn 100,000 monthly, meaning 10,000 should be saved. That is what you're paying yourself. Automatic savings. Then in your head, your mindset is going to seem like you earn 90,000 because 10,000 should be deducted from the source. You should have an instruction to your bank. As soon as this money comes, 10,000, which is 10% of it, goes to a separate account, which is your savings account. All right. I don't support you do this thing manually. It is better you automate it because that way you're able to overcome the temptation of not doing it. Governments and employers of labor, they understand this automation. That is why tax deductions are made before you get your salary. The salary you earn is after tax. Why didn't government say pay him the whole money, then we will ask him to send us the tax? They know that if they did it like that, a lot of people will start complaining. They will be defaulting. Government, sorry, I cannot pay you. I spent all my salary. My son swallowed a spoon. They had to be operated upon. So excuses upon excuses. So government and employers of labor, they do not want to hear all those stories. That's why you see salaries are after tax. They take the tax. That is how you should automate your own savings too. As soon as your money is coming, your savings of 10% has already gone out. That way you can recalibrate your brain to adjust to 10% less of your salary. If you're earning 100,000, get used to 90,000 as your income. So you automate your savings because I don't trust you to be able to save that 10% without automating it. Because what many people do is they spend first with the plan to save what is left. And at the end of the day, 9 out of 10 times, there is nothing left. So it is better to save first before you spend. So that is what the first law has just told us. And I hope that is abundantly clear. All right. So we go to the second law. It says, gold laboreth diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. Now, this one is just telling you that 10% you've been saving in law number 1, invest it. A lot of people, when they manage to save, they now spend that money on liabilities or depreciating assets. They carry their money, their savings of 10 years, they use it to party. They carry their savings of 10 years, they use it to buy a luxury car. A luxury car that the moment you drive it away from the car stand, it has lost 50% of its value. Don't you know that a luxury car that you buy right now for 1 million, in the morning, you decide to sell it in the evening, somebody will offer you $10,000. A car you bought for 1 million in the morning. God forbid you have problem, you want to sell it. You will see somebody that will offer you $50 for that car. Okay. Now, when we talk about assets or liabilities, there are depreciating assets, there are appreciating assets. All right, that's talk for another day. Okay, so what law number 2 is telling you is don't save money and spend it on rubbish. Okay, when you save money, the next thing you want to do with that saved money is to employ the money. Okay, invest the money and let it bring returns for you. Right, so we go to law number 3. What it says in law number 3 is, gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who invests under the advice of men wise in its handling. Do not go seeking medical advice from a carpenter. Do not go seeking legal advice from a nurse. Now, I'm not saying you should not respect your elders. I'm not saying you should not respect your father. Respect your father. But if your father is a civil servant, hardcore civil servant, who has never done any business in his life, why are you asking your father for business tips? Why? Like, why? I don't understand. Yeah, you respect your father. Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't respect him, but if your father has never done something successfully, don't seek advice from him. He is not the best to guide you. That's why I see a lot of people, they have failed because they have sought advice from the wrong source. All right. So what this tells you is that you need a mentor. It's asking you to find a mentor. Look at a mentor, look at their track record. What have they been able to achieve? If that person doesn't look like being where you want to be, or the person doesn't look like he or she is moving in the direction you want to go, then why are you asking them for direction? You're going to miss it. So this is just telling you, in other words, that show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. Who are you seeking advice from? Where are they going? Like a proverbial saying that says, one wise man amongst 5 foolish people is only the 6th foolish person. One rich man amidst 5 poor people is the 6th poor person. Okay, so you need to have a good network of people who have good heads on their shoulders to be able to guide you in the path you want to follow. If you want to become a carpenter, associate and seek advice from carpenters. If you want to become a mad person, associate yourself with mad people. You will get there. That is what law number 3 is saying. Now, number 4 says, gold slippeth away from the man who invests in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar, or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. Now, a lot of people want to separate learning from earning. A lot of people, they try to separate learning from earning. They don't want to learn, they just want to earn. They forget that the first step towards making money in any field, in any area, in any industry is first of all to learn. Any industry you want to make money, the first thing you want to do is what? Learn. As I've written it. It is after you have learned for a while, you see, the L now becomes silent. It will now remain earn. For those who know me personally, I share crypto opportunities. If anybody comes to me and they say, oh, I'm interested in engaging in this crypto opportunity, I ask them a few basic questions. The moment I know that they know next to nothing about crypto, I do not onboard them into the project. No, never. For my own sanity, I would not do that. Okay, for instance, somebody who knows nothing about crypto, okay, nothing about crypto, and their whole assets gets liquidated. Somebody who knows nothing about crypto, their whole assets, the whole money they have get liquidated. How do you begin to explain liquidation to a total novice? Or if their trades are on floating losses, you see such people will panic like the world is coming to an end. Why? Because they do not have a knowledge of what they are investing into. Do not put your money where, even if you are making profit, you don't know. Some people, they are in some businesses, they are making profit, they don't know. They are growing, they don't know. They are dying, they don't know. Some people like to open businesses and employ skilled people to run it for them. I've seen a lot of salons, for instance, where the owner of the salon knows nothing about hairdressing. You know, we just put up vacancy, hairdressers wanted. Hairdressers will come there. That the hairdressers that are working for you, they will be diverting your customers. They will be offering your customers home service without your knowledge. When they close from your work, they will go to the individual homes of those customers to render services, collect the money and pocket them. Then when you open your business, you see there is no patronage. All those your workers are sitting down, waiting, no customers. They check time. When it's time to close, they go and do home service. They will divert your customers. If they are not doing it while they are working with you, they will save up money, steal some of your money, open their own salon, they become your competition. They will run away and leave you alone, exposing you to the world that you do not know that business that you are into. So it is important to learn before thinking of earning. Any business that tells you you don't need to learn anything, you don't have any work to do, look at it very well. That business may not be very, very transparent or legitimate. So law number 4 of gold is telling you, before you put money in any business, learn the basics of the business. Invest in knowledge. Now, law number 5 says, gold flees from the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience and romantic desires in investment. Law number 5 is talking about Ponzi schemes. All right. Now, when it sounds too good to be true, don't worry yourself. It's a lie. All right. Now, these tricksters, Ponzi schemers, they know you are greedy. Okay. So they want to leverage on your greed to collect the money in your pocket. So the ROI on offer, return on investment on offer, is always very high. They will tell you, put in so and so amount of money and earn 5% per day, 2% per day, 3% per day, 1% per day, because they know you are greedy. Now, they also know that you are lazy. So they will tell you you don't have to do anything. Just put in that money, then go and sleep. The more you snore while you are sleeping, the more your money will be coming in. Those Ponzi schemes have ruined a lot of people. Okay? So when you save money because you want to put it in a Ponzi scheme, be ready to lose all your money. Okay? For you to know a legitimate project, it's going to be a project that is verified, a project that has been in existence for a while, tested and trusted. Is going to be a project that is transparent. You know the market where it's trading. You can monitor what is happening by yourself. You have unrestricted access to know what is happening. Majority of these projects and Ponzi schemes that scam you, they come and tell you the story of what happened to your money. You do not have access to see and verify whatever they are saying. They just expect you to have blind faith in them. And at the end of the day, you lose money. All right. So these are the 5 laws of gold, according to The Richest Man in Babylon, the book by George Clason, originally published in the year 1926. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, share this video with someone else so that they can understand how laws that were written in 1926 are still relevant to our world today. Till I see you in the next one, I remain Victor Isibo. It's bye-bye for now.